fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have you PCU, a movie ahead of its time. After I watched this movie here, I just recently got this from my good buddy Rick. Shout out to Rick. Now, there is no official Blu-ray release of PCU. There is a DVD release, but it can be a little hard to come by. And now that Disney owns this movie, because it was a Fox movie, now that Disney owns this movie, will it or won't it get a Blu-ray release or another release? Who knows? I hope so. But what I want to touch on in this movie is because if you've never seen this movie is hysterical. It is a great comedy. Stars Jeremy Piven, David Spade, Jon Favreau, Chris Young, Megan Ward. I think his name's Alex Desire. I can never pronounce his last name. If you ever seen the TV show Becker with Ted Danson, he was the blind guy. But no, this movie is like a Gen X classics type movie, and it's sort of what I mean by it's ahead of its time. It was foreseeing so much in what's going on in the world today in the 90s, right? It was happening. So everybody talks about woke culture, woke this, woke that, whatever. Originally it was basically PC, political correctness, and that's what the PCU, Political Correct University, because it's about this group of college kids, like Gen X slacker college kids, who just want to party and have fun and live their lives and be left alone by all these people that are protesting against save the planet, vegans, the womenists as they call it in this, and all those movements that that are going on, and they kind of just want to they want to live their lives and not stop being bombarded with all this. And so in this movie, Chris Young's character, who's coming to tour this college that they're at, as sort of a prank by Alex's character on Jeremy Piven's character, Draws, for putting dog biscuits in his suitcase coming back from Mexico. So, but anyways, this young kid, Chris Young, he wants to know if he's going to attend this college, and he's supposed to be showed around by Jeremy Piven's character of Draws, and in the process of doing this, right, this young kid, who they call the pre-frosh because he's a pre-freshman, manages to piss off, as it were, all these groups, all these protest groups on it. He pisses off the vegans, the womenists, the Black Panther type group, the gays, and all that. And because it's like all on campus, and like even with and even the Republicans and Democrats, because David Spade plays like a group of young Republicans and stuff, right? So like they managed to make everybody mad, the nerds, the jocks, everything. It's equally offensive to every single person in this movie, and it kind of shows the hilarity and the stupidity of how so many people can get up in arms over all these things and stuff. And it does have this sort of nice little message, because they sort of try to bring everybody back together by end of the movie, without giving too many spoilers, with this giant party that Jeremy Piven's, because they live like in a house. It's not a fraternity, but it used to be a fraternity, and they want to throw this big party and kind of unite everybody. Be like, hey, can we just stop protesting and stop being offended to everybody and just have a good time, come together and just be people and have a good time, right? So this movie was a little ahead of its time, because it was letting people know, like on college, because it starts like on college campuses today, things are not what it wants to be. These are not your parents. There's no fraternities. There's no this or that. There's always that's why they go. This is the PCU, the Politically Correct University, and it just touches on so much for like a 1990, I want to say 93, but it might be 94 movie. Like in the 90s, it was like foreseeing the future of where colleges and stuff like this were headed. And it's just such an interesting, fun movie. And like, in the process of this, you get to know all these characters, and like Jon Favreau's character is hilarious. He's just like big guy with like dreadlocks and stuff. And he's supposed to be going to the concert, and he ends up getting high, and he misses the concert and everything. And he ends up bringing George Funk and the Funkadelic All-Stars back to the party. I mean, it's just good. It's a good time at the movies. It's a funny, hilarious movie. And I think it's a little more relevant today than we even realize, because if you've never seen this, because it's amazing how some people have never seen this and everything, and I love finding like little gems of movies like this that maybe you haven't seen. I'm sure there's tons of videos on YouTube here about this, and I would actually love to show you a lot of clips from this, but last time I showed a clip from this on the physical media show, when I brought this on, the video got blocked and I had to edit out that video clip, so I can't show you video clips. But if you've never seen this movie, I do highly recommend this movie. It's just something special about it, something funny. We don't get a lot of comedies like this, all these characters coming together, and like to see how the world was actually in the 90s, and then where it was actually truly headed. Like the dean of the school, who's a woman, she's giving the speech to the like benefactors there at a party. She's like, Asian bisexual studies, where that leads. And I'm like, yeah, that's Not that, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that or anything for people out there but it just like that feels very much like today. And it's like, and it all leads to this like the big scene where it's like, I thought we all came together and everything, and no protests, and we finally had a good time. We finally got to be people again. And then like they get to the point where it's like, how about we just go, we're not going to protest. We're not going to protest. And it leads to it's just, it's, you've got to see this movie. It's hilarious. I mean, like, I love that how they touch on these things, like even like with the womenist, which is like the feminists, right? They when they get to the party, and the guy walks up to one of them to try to like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, we don't want your penis party, back away. And the dude's like, and then one of the girls like, hey, I think he just wants to give us a beer. And the guy's like, yeah, I just want to get a beer. You want some drink? He's like, yeah, and goes get him one. And the one woman's like, it's like, if you're nice to them, they bring you things. So it's just, I don't know. You have to see the movie in context. I don't know why. I just found that part really funny. It's just a movie that I felt just really spoke to a lot of things going on in the world. And I think more people should see this movie and see how we can all sort of like, yeah, you can be these things and believe these things and stuff. But at the end of the day, so, live your life, come together, don't force it on everybody, everybody's belief. It doesn't matter what you are. Don't force it on everybody. I mean, there's so much different things in the world. And it reminded me, like with the Gen X people, like people talk about how like the Gen Xers are coming out now, like they were asleep for 30 years and all of a sudden now they've been awoken and the Gen X are out and about. I mean, I would sort of be in that Gen X category myself. And it's like they've come to this point where they have to be in charge. They've always sort of never wanted to be in charge, but sort of always been forced to be in charge. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, I really connected with this movie when I rewatched it. I really wish it did have an official Blu-ray or something for everybody to see. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, so you have to check whatever you stream on. But if you've never seen the movie PCU, I highly recommend the movie PCU. Great cast. It's hilarious. It's well ahead of its time. It speaks to on so much for a movie from the 90s. It speaks on so much to where the culture is today. You know what they say, man. It's just like it predicted the future as it was. But if you've ever seen this, or if I've inspired you to see this, or if you want to see it now, let me know that in the comment section down below. What are some of your favorite parts? Or if you do see it after watching this video, let me know if you saw it and leave that in the comment section down below. If you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hitting that bell for notifications. That would be awesome if earn your guys' subscriptions, or possibly share the video out for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here and for all of your support. And to everybody watching, whether you like me, hate me, or like this video, or hate this video, I thank you for sticking this long. Wherever you all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media in one way, shape, or form, because it truly is a superior format now more than ever. Godspeed.